It's a good day, Colombia. Time right now is 7:43. The United States and Iran remain what some experts characterize as still miles apart in terms of coming to an agreement on how to end the war in Iran. According to President Donald Trump, the biggest sticking point remains Iran's unwillingness to give up its nuclear ambitions as both sides issue threats and a willingness to continue talks. Christine Frazao has more.
Following 21 hours of negotiations and no deal, the next move by the United States is centered on the Strait of Hormuz.
We got a lot of ships, so we're bringing them up. We think that numerous countries are going to be helping us with this also, but we're putting on a complete blockade. We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like or whatever it is. It's going to be all or none, and that's the way it is.
President Trump accusing Iran of extortion, posting online of a plan for the U.S. Navy to blockade any and all ships trying to enter or leave the Strait of Hormuz, adding any Iranian who fires at us or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell. Still, both the U.S. and Iran signaling an openness to more negotiations. Vice President J.D. Vance saying the big sticking point in this one had to do with Iran's desire for enhanced nuclear capabilities.
The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement. And I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
They really were miles apart. The Iranians were not willing to give up their nuclear production. They weren't willing to give up holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage.
While U.S. leaders claim they have decimated Iran's military capabilities, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps stated any military vessels that approach the Strait of Hormuz will be regarded as a violation of the ceasefire and will be met with a severe response. Former Secretary of State Antony Blinken saying, while there have been tactical successes, Trump's war has been a strategic failure.
What are we left with at the end of this? We're left with a regime that's still in place with a younger, albeit maybe injured Ayatollah. We're left with Iran still holding on to the highly enriched uranium that it had before. We're left with an Iran that is battered, still has missiles, fewer, but it can rebuild the production capacity. And, of course, critically, a new huge advantage, the Strait of Hormuz.
What remains unclear at this hour is whether this is an escalation or another holding pattern, and whether any of these recent events will disrupt the 2-week ceasefire now in place and set to expire on April 22nd. I'm Christine Frazao reporting.